Thank you very much, Manneh. And I would want to congratulate Ms. Cham for her statement and to remember all the victims of April and May 2016. But I just wanted to pick up on a point that Ms. Cham said about the dangers of unchecked power. And I think that's extremely important. That is what got us to 2016 and 2017, April and May. And before that, all the atrocities that took place in this country. When you allow power to go unchecked, when you allow power to become unbridled, you are asking for trouble. Do not give anybody too much power, because they will use it, and they will use it against you. And it ends up in autocracy of one form or another. And we see that autocracy rearing its ugly head again. And we all tend to say, well, it doesn't concern me, or we wait for the next person to see who's going to be. We as Gambians have to remember what we went through for 22 years and not allow that to come back in this country again. We see all sorts of things happening which shouldn't be. We are allowing this government to run away with things that they shouldn't be allowed to run away with. And unless we stand up as a nation and say what we said at the TRRC, never again, unless we stand up and say we really mean never again, that we're not going back to where we were, we risk going back there again. And we cannot afford that luxury, because I think that's a luxury probably the government would want to have, but we cannot allow them to have that. So the power must be checked. And power can be checked only through us, the Gambians, standing up, saying what should be said, denouncing what should be denounced, calling out all forms of treachery, because some of them is treachery by the government. We have to stand up and be counted. If we don't, we risk getting back to where we were. Mussolini, an Italian fascist, said, if you want to pluck a chicken and get all its feathers away without anybody realizing, do it one feather a day. And nobody will realize that the chicken is going bald until it's finished. If we allow any government to start violating our rights one at a time, one person at a time, before we realize we are all gone and nobody's there to defend the last one. So it is up to all of us to remain steadfast and fight for this country, fight to make sure that what we went through will not happen again. We have seen so many things happening of late, and we cannot just keep quiet about it. We need to call them out. So thank you very much, Ms. Cham, for raising that issue about unbridled power. It is extremely important. Thank you very much.